All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Hajime no Ippo, episode
33.
Yes.
And oh boy.
Sendo's a monster!
Sendo is terrifying. Like, he's a wholesome boy, but wow, in the boxing ring.
He lets the devil out.
Like, that... Because, okay, the one smash that sent Ippo flying back, it's like, all right, okay, yeah, we figured something like this would happen, you know?
Like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah, exactly.
That's really good.
But then he does like a Polnareff JoJo pose smash from like long ground, up, like right into Ippo's chin, lifts the boy like into the air.
Right, like
this is
he basically did, like you said, the Polnareff lean pose. But it was like from the side and back, and then like brought his like knees and like top rotation spin into it, and just lunged forward and just took him out. Like last time we left off, he was just flying back. It's like what is this guy?
Yeah, no, this is gonna be crazy.
I love Sendo's character, but just the idea that he has this switch that he flips when he goes into fight, that feels so like much what he would have to have given how much he's like Ippo and that he's so enthusiastic and positive. But it's like he has this like level of like power and aggression that he's just like, all right. So how am I gonna do this? Like he gets enthusiastic in like the semi-creepy way, you know?
So crazy thought. I don't think this is gonna happen, but crazy thought. Since they didn't show Ippo hit the ground, what if they started this episode and it was them calling the match?
Oh,
and it was Ippo had just been knocked out cold.
That would be crazy.
Like that would be ridiculous.
Oh man, if it happens, I'm gonna.
But like they're probably not gonna do that. Like they're probably not gonna do that. But if they did.
Yeah, we'll see. So y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Nope. No.
You know what's interesting is just seeing him move like that in the beginning.
Yeah.
He's barely punching. And, you know, when I see these kinds of, like, you know, fighting movies and stuff like that, they make a good point of being like, yes, we show the main character making these big punches and things. And in this, it's he's like moving, dodging, weaving, bobbing, and then he's getting punched and just taking, like, a huge beating in this, like, second part here.
Although that showed Ippo, I think that was Ippo, doing the smash, so at some point he'll learn it.
Well, I think that's also an aspect of Ippo's just strength, is that he ends up learning other people's moves, and
he wouldn't go far if he didn't. Like, yeah. But
yes, Ippo doing a smash
that would be awesome
against Sendo would be awesome. Oh! Wow! And it connected.
Yeah.
Okay, he's up. He's up. He's okay. Wow. Oh, crap.
Now, at this point, Sendo isn't doing that again when he knows it's coming. Because that's risky because, you know, he's wide open.
The steam on it.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to end it as soon as possible.
Well, isn't that when he should charge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clinching. Okay. Good. No, that's smart.
Yeah.
That's smart. Oh!
Yeah!
Oh! Oh, here we go!
All right.
Oh! That animation! Wow! And they're both so quick! The guy stopped drumming. He's just like, oh! Yeah. He's too close. Takes that wind-up time, you know?
Ah.
Nice. Look at Aoki, he's just like, what? I couldn't.
Oh.
That was a shot. Did you
Yeah.
see that? Whoa! Go for the gut. He's still not hitting the drum. He's just terrified. Wow!
Madhouse.
Oh.
Gotcha.
They're tired. You have to make a stando?
Yeah.
Oh, oh, oh. Counter!
Oh boy.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
Way! Oh, he held it back! What?
Oh man.
With the right? Oh my god!
Uh-oh.
Nothing personal, kid.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh!
Oh.
It twisted his neck! Oh my god! Clinch, clinch. Oh, now Ippo's saved by the bell.
Yeah.
Wow! God, this is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's the older champion, right? Yeah. Wow, we just talked about it in the OP.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, what in his tool belt works with that? Kimura, they're like, wow, you're useless. Oh. Are they talking about the counters, or are they talking about what he was about to do before he went for the bell? Yeah. Yep.
You can't trust his legs to get back up.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Ippo's not fighting this to win anymore, though, is the thing. Like, I mean,
that's not true. He's definitely fighting. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Nice.
right. Wow,
Nice.
what a callback.
Nice.
That's right. Oh.
All right.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, get it. Oh. Those kids took it. Oh.
Wow.
That's fantastic. He's mirroring. He's mirroring.
Yep.
Who's faster? Who's got the better punch? Yeah. He's mirroring. Yeah.
I thought that was interesting that Sendo smashes with his left fist.
Ooh.
Give him the same mark.
Wow.
Yep. Nice.
Wow. And it's actually mirrored too. It's on the same side, but it's wow.
Right. It's not a full.
Oh yeah, it's not a mirror. Yeah, it's on the other side. Yeah. Wow. Dang.
Right.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Oh, what a callback. I mean, you guys are similar boxers, so here we go. Oh!
All right.
Oh!
So his punch kind of deflected Sendo's and just contact. Wow. He's down.
Wow.
But he's gonna get up.
Yeah, at 8, he's gonna get up. Oh.
Nice.
Oh. There's the kids.
Yeah.
Wow, he even wastes time putting that back in his mouth.
Yeah.
Takamura.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
He pushed the referee away.
Yeah.
And did I call it? Did he get up on 8 or 9?
8.
Ah! Oh. Everything's just...
Yeah.
Yeah, ringing, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Let me sample this thrill.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my god. I love how Takamura more recently has been like quiet and
Stoic,
analyzing and stoic and stuff, and less kind of cheering, you know? Just did it straight again! Whoa! Oh, he got him first! Oh! These guys are crazy! Oh! Shoot! Here we go! Here we go!
Right.
Here we go! The way they shake the screen essentially. Wow!
That is ridiculous.
The sounds are just too much. It's so good.
I love how they make it so that the crowd is both cheering, but then some of them also just seem terrified.
Oh, now they end it there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
La, 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 la. Wow. That's just a slugfest.
Yeah.
Just brutal.
That was ridiculous.
And the best thing about it was basically they're like, all right, you know, you guys have been waiting for like a big fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're gonna give you a fight that's not like necessarily like, you know, crazy long, but we're just gonna have everything about it be big and bombastic and so like loud and crazy. Just the punches being something that sounds like cannon shots, you know?
Yeah.
You know, the commentator even giving like it's a dull roar just echoing throughout the stadium.
Yep. Yeah.
I wonder if actually, because I've never watched a boxing match, you know, live, if because they have microphones probably, you know, above the, you know, the stadium area and stuff like that, if they do that intentionally to make the sounds be a little bit more prominent. Otherwise, you wouldn't hear probably a dang thing, you know, from the ring.
I could see that.
Oh my god!
This episode was madness.
This was the absolute Mad Lads just going at it, just firing off these cannon shot punches, just dull, sounding just
Because the thing is that we've seen Ippo and other characters get in slugfests before.
Right.
And it's awesome. It's
Mashiba
awesome.
was a great example of that.
Yes. But it wasn't like this.
No. Very different.
And the thing is that it's weird because this, like, I could almost feel it hurting.
Right.
Like these punches. It was ridiculous. And yet and not just this feels different in like how it's shown, but I almost feel like we've never seen a slugfest before. Like if that makes sense.
Right. If you think back to all the times we've watched like boxing stuff in the past, when they do the slugfest like this, there's this aspect of, because they try to make it look so realistic and maybe sound so realistic, you know, especially with live action stuff, they lose a little bit of the emphasis with the hit, because your brain is automatically pulling you out because they look like real people.
Right.
But with this, you hear the sounds, you see the shaking of the camera effect, basically.
And they did all of that before the slugfest actually happens, so that when the very idea of turning it into a slugfest is brought up, it's like, no, that's insane. Don't do that. Like
we've seen what one or two of these punches do.
Exactly,
like,
right.
You're gonna just lay a barrage of 25 of them.
Like, if I were to say my favorite single punch from this episode, it would have to be when Ippo suddenly clinches and then gets him in the gut.
Yes!
Like, because the thing is
so
that,
good.
Because that one took me by surprise, just like it took Sendo by surprise, because like Ippo's on the, you know, he was literally like on the ropes, right? It's like, what's he gonna do here? You know, and then he does the clenching thing, right? And it's like, okay, you know, but Ippo's an infighter.
Right.
It's just boom! It's just like, you know, like
it reset the tempo for the entire engagement right there, and then it became a close quarters infighting match.
And it reminds us that these punches are ridiculous because there's the idea of like when Sendo does his smashes, right? It's so like, you know, like over dramatic, and that might be realistic, I don't know, but you know, but with how much like build up there is to it and things like that. But just
like a video game attack move.
Right, exactly. Yeah. But just the simple just like you're basically, you know, a shotgun at close range, just like that you know, and then the way they're both like stumbling and like their legs are wobbling and they're like, okay, all right, are we gonna do this? Okay, all right, let's go. You know, it's just fantastic.
They got a little bit into the physics of the actual fighting styles that they each incorporate, and how the destructive power happens at just about full extension, and yet a lot of Ippo's biggest hits that he gave Sendo were without that full extension. And in some way, I think they're trying to build up Ippo and saying that technically, Sendo is the better fighter with regards to prowess and regards to
technique and
things like that. But Ippo's destructive power is on a level that is unrivaled. Like, unrivaled. Because those punches where he's getting, like, Sendo right where it hurts, a lot of them are where he's not hitting him with fullest extension. And it's surprising Sendo by how strong it is even after Ippo's received the majority of the damage.
Like if that gut punch had been to to Sendo's face
or chin.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the best punch in terms of destruction to Sendo, I think, was the point where
knocked him over.
Well, right. But the idea that he used the match that he fought with against Hayami, Miyata, yes, Miyata, yes, thank you, and he basically straightened it out.
Right.
Now, this is something
because Sendo's is, more of a wide arc, whereas Ippo's is more straight too.
Right. His elbow is bent for a larger period of time.
Right.
Lessening the range up until the very
total
last
distance that his fist has to travel is more, even if the displacement, is the same.
Right, but that wasn't that's the one where he goes from below. And this one he didn't go from below, he did it from the middle angle. So there's the uppercut, there's the straight up here, and he does basically the one right here. Like he rotates it at like
for Ippo?
No, Sendo. What Sendo does is he does swing it like this, and he brings it with that angle. Ippo basically at the last second like straightened out, or not the last second. He straightened out early, and connected sooner because he's around the same height as Sendo. So he closed the range gap a little bit quicker.
Yeah, I feel like the smash is like the equivalent of like a roundhouse kick or something.
Yeah,
and somehow Sendo's doing them vertically. Yeah.
I want to see like a full zoomed out version of the entire motion animated, and I know that we're probably not going to get that
because that would be too crazy of animation stuff. But like some crazy like tracking shot where it like
right, because I think that there's actually some leg motion there that we're missing with the way that they're animating it,
especially for Sendo, because the way his whole body is behind it, but like going near to the ground and stuff like that, like because you need to have your feet firmly planted in order to drive through your whole body, right?
And he does a big step into it.
Right, exactly. But, so how does that work on the extension? Because it feels like he's basically making himself lose balance in the wind-up so that when he's actually executing on the punch,
he's lunging forward.
Right, everything is engaged right at that moment. But like, what is the process? How does it get there, and what does it look like when he's in the apex of the punch or whatever?
It feels like they cut away from his legs to showcase the top half.
Because they want to,
show the punch, basically.
Right, exactly.
And that makes sense. And now that we've seen it a couple times, I want to take a look back and maybe even have Kimura give a little bit of that, quirky cartoon analysis kind of thing of showcasing how the motion works on a technical level, but also on a, I would say like a, not a destruction level, but basically on a
how the
physics
force
level.
Right, exactly. I'm almost thinking like something where they show like, I don't know, some little like anime energy or whatever of like, okay, this is the ground, right? And how his foot is pushing off the ground and it travels through these muscles, all the way into his fist, and then poof,
maybe what'll happen here is that regardless of how this fight goes, Ippo will then take his unrefined smash to the gym, and then we'll get the explanation of that whole thing there. But my only really area of expertise with regards to this is understanding how to swing a bat in baseball. So when you swing a bat in baseball, there's a lot of it that starts with the step, basically. So you step first, and you take a minor step towards basically the ball, basically. And you can step, to the left or the right in order to kind of choose the direction of where you want to hit the ball as well. But the main thing is once you take that step, you basically are like butt clenched, like hip rotation explosion, like all in that. And then you basically let the rest of your body carry with that. Almost all the destructive power basically being applied to it comes from the hip rotation. And it's something that when you realize like how much just strength can come from that, it kind of shocks you. So I assume on some level that even though the smash is something that has a lot of upper body rotation as well,
it follows through the rest of the body.
It follows through the rest of the body, and it in some ways maybe starts at the lower body And I want to see that transference of energy displayed in the way they animate it. But right now, it's just so dang cool. Like, So that's that. Ippo has taken about the same amount of damage as Sendo now.
But he knocked Sendo onto his back.
Yes. But I'm saying that Sendo did a lot of damage to him prior to that.
Yes.
So maybe if anything, it's like 55-45 in Ippo's favor in terms of damage given out,
Sure.
Like
or at the very least, if in this final punch that we don't see the result of, this episode. Yeah. If that ends up knocking Sendo over, Ippo wins. So,
I think it's 3 knockdowns.
No, but if it's 2 knockdowns in the same round.
Is it?
Yeah, if it's 2 knockdowns in the same round, then you win. Yeah.
Are we sure about that?
Yeah, that's been a plot point before.
I'm pretty sure it was 3 knockdowns in the same round. Okay.
There was a point where they said if Ippo knocks him down again, then he wins. This round, then he wins.
I'm just gonna quickly do a search thing here real quick. Okay, it's not something that I can probably find really quickly here.
But
I'll just take your word. I'll just take your word for it. I just seem to remember it being 3. But okay, so with the way that Ippo seems to be trying to take and incorporate Sendo's smash, but not really use the exact smash. He's utilizing the move that he used against Miyata when they had their first legit sparring match in the actual gym.
Yep.
Was that something where he targeted a specific area of Sendo's body here? Because I don't think he was aiming just for his face. I think he was aiming for that chin shot again. Like that's how precise he was going
Potentially?
for. Because when he dodged, he dodged the same way. And while it could be seen as a cool thing of, yes, he's trying to give him the same mark, right? Mm-hmm. In some ways, it's that weird middle ground from not going for the face or the chin from the bottom. It's going for the chin from like straight on. And I'm just thinking, if Ippo connected with the chin straight on, but like not perfectly straight on, like at a little bit of an angle right here, you could just, and then the whole, like
head turns,
right. That's a knockout punch, like instantly. Like at least it seems like it would be, right?
I have no idea. I've never gotten punched like that, but I can imagine it wouldn't feel good.
Okay, because I've talked with some people who have gotten hit in the jaw, basically. Mm-hmm. And when you get hit in the jaw just right enough, because the jaw connects up here,
it rattles your brain.
It rattles everything. It's so painful. Like it's something that either you get knocked out from like the pain and the shock of it all, or it's something where just you're done. You're done. You no more. Now these guys are obviously like pro boxers.
Right.
They've taken a lot of hits and stuff.
Right. They do that for a living. Yeah.
Right. But do you think Ippo is that good that he could target like a specific spot, like something that precise? Because it seems like he's more of a wrecking machine that doesn't really target a fine specific point, in more that he's like, I'm doing body shots, I'm doing head shots, I'm doing uppercuts, I'm doing Well,
and also the idea that even if you are targeting a specific spot, the person that you're targeting, they will be dodging, right? And even if they don't fully dodge, so that like even if the hit connects, that doesn't necessarily mean it connects exactly where you wanted to put it, right?
Okay.
Because like with the whole thing with Sendo there, it was kind of him dodging that made it miss and just
cut his cheek up.
Yeah, exactly like that. And I love the fact that it's a burn, like that it's a burn mark. Like that might be just that skin was taken off. I don't know, but
yeah, I think it is because the glove, the texture of the glove. It's got like this sticky aspect to it.
Well, right, because it's like plastic basically. Or something like that. So yeah, it's like the equivalent of like the worst rug burn.
Right. It's really hot now at this point. There's the friction of applying it
and
directly.
It just sort of melts some of your skin.
Yeah. As someone who recently got sunburned, I would not like the sun to smack my face like that. that doesn't sound good. No, thank you.
Yep.
No, thank you. We had a lot of analysis from the sidelines.
Yes, we did, and it was done comically as well.
Yes,
like we had all the stuff with Takamura and everything, but then even with Aoki and Kimura, and Kimura being like, having like this great thing of like, oh, but what if he learned how to do smash, whatever, blah blah blah. No, I have no idea how he'd do that. No, that's crazy. And then they're all like, okay, well, great. Made us think something awesome was about to happen.
But also the fact that the doctor, she was basically just like, wow, like Hippo's using his head. That's good. And hey, it takes a good smart guy to realize that all right here. And he's like, oh, I mean, it's any boxer could figure that out just by watching. And Aoki's got this like, I couldn't tell that at all. I like also that in some ways they're being the shonen protagonist side characters that give reaction commentary to the main fight.
Totally.
But also I think what they're doing is saying that in this show, guys, we're going to make all the movements of the boxers intentional enough so that if you pay attention to what we teach you in this show,
right, you can recognize
things later.
Yep.
And I wanted to call that out specifically in this episode, since this seems like an episode of callbacks, is the type of punches that Ippo was doing in the infighting stuff, the really close quarter stuff, was the stuff that Otsuma was using actually against Ippo.
Really?
It was those side direct swing punches where when you're really close to someone up here, you just go for that temple shot. Like that side swipe. Like Ippo used that multiple times.
Okay.
Like it was almost like...
Is that just a right hook though?
Yes, but the point is that it would be a right hook with like range, and that would be just a regular right hook. But in that close range, that's what Otsuma was doing.
Gotcha.
Was that Otsuma would get in close, and he would go in, go, and then once he had basically an opening, he would just clock them from the side, and they'd be out. They'd be done. It was like it was his instant kill weapon, and basically Ippo's doing that here, and it's not working because Sendo is that quick. Like that's that movement that they were going through here.
The part where it showed them like throwing all these punches and they're just dodging like that. Because the thing is that that's another thing that helps build it up when it actually gets to the slugfest.
Right.
Because it's saying they do not want to get hit by these, right?
No.
And seeing like the wind compression and all of that stuff as these shots miss them and stuff. Then it's like, oh no, that's still happening. It's just that they're actually landing on, human flesh and squishy bits,
exactly.
Or bits that will become squishy. Boy. Boy.
We had the delinquents having some good moments of just like, I want to cheer them on and things are getting quiet. Let's go. And then they find out, wait, where'd my drum go?
The
kids
drum and they're
I think those are the same kids.
Yes, I believe so.
I believe so. The ones that stole his drum are the same ones that won the video games and stuff. But then directly behind them, you have these big guys just being like, yeah, Rocky. And they're just like, he's like, I'm just going to clap my hands. And they're just like disappointed. You were all bluster and
then the whole
bravado.
thing of the kids waking up Sendo and being like, fight, get up.
Rocky of Naniwa.
Yeah.
Rocky. Like they had like an extra syllable into the O in there to kind of cheer him up. Yeah. And that's good wholesome stuff because I mean he's great with kids. He's a good boy. And in a lot of ways it's something where I've now kind of shifted back to rooting for Ippo, right? Because he took a lot of damage early on. But then I remember like why I was rooting a lot of ways for Sendo before going into this match because of how many people are in his corner. And that's something special. That's something that I really like that this show reminds us of, even in the most spectacle of fights here. So good stuff. Oh yeah. Looking forward to this match coming to a conclusion
and what that ends up being, because like I could see Ippo losing because like while they built up this tournament, Ippo, like they haven't introduced the other fighters in the tournament really.
Right.
So I could see Ippo losing, right? but like Ippo losing, like what would that even mean? And how, like, yeah.
I think on some level now they did this aspect of having Sendo go down first as a cool reversal of expectations by saying that usually when Ippo's going to win, he gets knocked down or he takes the biggest hit in some ways first, so that it feels like a good comeuppance when he wins.
Exactly.
But in some ways, he might have already taken the biggest hit he's already going to take.
Yeah.
And now this is Ippo being smart, and he's just going to win by his own creative boxing style.
Yeah.
And that's something that if they can pull off to where Ippo becomes independent and utilizes his own intuition and his ability to think outside the box in the middle of a match, despite coming in with the whole potential worry of if this anesthetic wears off, my fist is going to be done. So
another thing they could do is they could have it go the full 4 rounds.
Yeah.
And it's decided by points. That way they still have the rivalry because it's like this thing of this is the
one person Ippo never knocked out.
Exactly. Right.
That would be cool.
Yeah. And then it's like
that would be cool.
And then they could whoever wins, right?
Right.
It still wouldn't feel like a defeat necessarily, right?
Yes.
So yeah.
And also that just means the most spectacle awesome for us.
Exactly,
because we get more boxing and stuff. Yep. I could see them going the full 4 rounds here, and if they did, I wouldn't want it to end with a knockout. I agree. So, yeah. Y'all, it's good stuff.
Yep.
More Ippo coming in the next episode. If you want to see, though, that next episode's reaction right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there. And all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us about these stories, about anime, about Ippo. Non-spoilery, of course.
Right.
Or just whatever.
Yep.
And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But before we get to that, Jacob has something to shout out real quick.
So, my sci-fi novel Battle Lines is available for order on Amazon. If you want to read a book that has lots of amazing fights and wonderful characters like in Ippo, then go check it out. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I read it. It's pretty legit.
Link in the description.
All right, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.